I forgot to cut my corner off, but thankfully I didn't hit myself there today. Good morning, my little YouTubles. Barely morning. It is a bright day here in the western North Carolina mountains. It's a beautiful day. It's December 13th, Sunday, and I'm Kevin with the Kevin and Anna Show. Can't see squat, but thanks for stopping by. For those of you who don't know me, I am a part-time reseller. I have a full-time job and two kind of part-time jobs, and then I resell. I do that more for fun. Of course, any extra money is always a very nice thing, and yes, money plays a big part into why I resell. But yeah, it's a fun hobby. It's an enjoyable way for me to make money. Uh, I work in IT as my full-time job, and that's good. I've been doing it for 25 years, but it's not a passion of mine. It's a way to support my family. One of the ways I support my family. But anyway, thanks again for stopping by. Yesterday, I had to make a two-part video because the video just got to be 40 minutes long, and I'm trying to keep them, around 20 minutes, so people can watch them fairly easily without having to commit all day or all evening to watching a video on reselling or anything else that I may be filming that day. But today being Sunday, which would have been yesterday for you guys because this video will come out tomorrow on Monday, but I listed on Facebook Marketplace this fountain, and it's a cute little fountain. Put it on there for 35 bucks. Got it from my mom, picked it up. She picked it up at Walmart at some point in time. And Facebook Marketplace, typical stuff. I'm getting blown up about it. Everybody wants to know, do you still have it? Well, yes, I still have it. And then they disappear. Okay, glad you wanted to know I still have it. But I have had some interest, and especially one guy who messaged me last night was saying that he'd like to come, pick it up around, or come this way around lunchtime. And he asked enough questions that I feel he might show up. But Facebook Marketplace, if any of you out there are not familiar with it, it is good and bad in a lot of ways. It's good because you don't have any fees. And for me, not recommending this, but for me, I don't go meet people. I let them come by and I sell it to them out of the driveway, out of the garage, whatever. Um, but again, proceed with caution if you decide to do that because you're meeting with strangers. I feel 100% confident in that, and I'm okay with it. But to each his own. So that's a positive for me, is I don't have to go anywhere. I don't go meet people. The reason is it's such shady communication and broken promises with Marketplace that you'll find, I would honestly, this is not an exaggeration, 6 out of 10 people will commit to meeting you and either not show up, and a lot of times they don't even communicate to say, hey, I can't make it, or, things of that nature. A lot of times also you'll have a commitment with someone. Let's say it's I'm going to meet you at the grocery store at 2 p.m. Well, at 2 p.m. or at 10 after 2, you're there. you've taken the time to do it, and you'll find that that person will message you and say, oh, I got hung up doing this, or I got delayed doing this, and can we meet tomorrow? Or can we meet at 5 o'clock? And so I went through that a lot and felt a lot of frustration. So I said, no, no more. If anybody wants to buy anything I'm selling on Marketplace, they'll come to my house and they'll get it. I also do not hold things for people. I do not give out my address until they tell me they are about to get on the road, but I do not hold it for anyone until I have solid communication for them to say, we're leaving in 5 minutes, can you give us the address? You know, and I play it that way. But again, the reasoning behind that is obviously safety. I'm not just going to hand out my address to people looking to buy stuff on the internet. But again, a lot of them will say, you know, I'll be there at 12 tomorrow. What's your address? And I'll say, message me when you're getting on the road. I'll give you the address. A lot of times that breaks down. That falls apart for whatever reason. Okay, I'm off that soapbox. But this little fountain, one guy messaged me and said, you know, I just like to come by and verify that the pump works. And I knew it worked when it was at my mom's house, but it's been, you know, unplugged and unused for a long time. So I said, let me get that sun out of your face and put it back in mine. So I said to myself, you know, let's go out there. Let's get it going. There's enough interest in it. I think it'll sell today. So plugged it up, filled it up with water, make sure the pump's working. So whenever someone arrives, assuming they will, whenever someone arrives, they'll see it's running. They have no qualms about it, and we'll dump the water and put it in some trash bags so it's not leaking in their vehicles. Put it back in its original box, and boom, it'll be $35. I also tell people to bring correct change. Just a tip for you guys. If you don't carry cash, which I do off and on, but if you don't carry cash regularly, you know, people will come to your house and let's say it's $32. Well, they'll hand you two 20s and expect you to give them $8 back. So make sure if you're doing it, any Facebook Marketplace transactions, make sure that you're asking people to give you correct change before they leave to come meet you. Make sure they understand that. Unless, you know, you've got all your yard sale money in your pocket and you've got more ones than a guy going to a gentleman's club per se. So anyway, all right, so that's enough on that one. And yeah, it's such a nice day. Let's go watch the grass grow. I'm excited. I'm getting to water the grass again today. I think we're supposed to get some cold weather coming up fairly soon, but I'm going to not saturate, but I'm going to get the water going. That sprinkler takes care of half of it. And then there's another one down yonder way. That one takes care of the other half. So I just run one for a while, run the other for a while, and I hope and pray that I've got some beautiful grass come springtime. Alrighty. I'll go show you the first item I'm looking at listing today. Let me get the lights cut on here. And this item has been a thorn in my side. The biggest reason is because I co-signed it. Didn't co-sign it, just told my mother-in-law I'd sell it for her. Well, I listed it at kind of the high end of what they were selling for. Sat there forever and forever. I ended up marking it down multiple times. Finally got a buyer down in Florida who was really looking to resell this item. And it was clearly marked as used. It's got some little stains from juice, you know, unavoidable for a juicer that's been used. And so anyway, I sell it to her, ship it to her. She comes back about a week and a half later after receiving it saying, this thing's broken. It will not power on. I've taken it apart. All this stuff she put in there. And so she wanted to do a return, even though I have my auctions listed as no returns. or my listings as no returns, she wanted to do one anyway. Long story short, of course eBay forces me to do it because she files that the item is not as described, but she was also complaining about the stains and all of that. I was on the fence. It's going to cost me $25 to get this thing back, but it was really the principle of the thing, so I paid for the return shipping, got it back, refunded her money, and powered the thing on, and not a problem. It works absolutely fine. So, just in shipping costs, I'm out on this thing $50 already. Had it been like a cosign with somebody other than my mother-in-law, I would have handed it back to him and said, you know, sorry, man. Sorry, person. This thing's not, we're not doing this I'm not doing this with you anymore. But nonetheless, I love my mother-in-law. So, I'm going to relist it. I'm going to expressly type in there in the, not only in the body of the description, but in the subject line as well, that it's used. It does show wear. You know, it does work perfectly fine, and I'm going to list it again. But I think this time they were selling for like $60 early in the year when I listed it for her. But I think I'm going to put it on there for $25 plus shipping. Buy it now. Get the stupid thing out of here. Get it off my hands and go hand my mother-in-law some money so I can just be done with this. But I want to get that sucker listed here, and we'll see what happens next. You guys hang tight. Excuse me. So I had a change of plans in the midst of it. There's a little orange thing that comes with this juicer that sells for like, you know, parting it out sells for like $10. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to strip this thing down. So I stripped it down into a bunch of parts. Check out the snapshot I'm just throwing up right here. Shows you I gave it a lot of parts and pieces to it, but I just listed it for $29.99 plus priority shipping on top of that. So we'll see how it does. I imagine it'll go to best offer, and eventually I'll get an offer for 20 bucks on it. I'll take it and be done with this thing. Alright, we'll see what's next. Next, I got all these DVDs. Now, I'm not a movie expert by any means, but I've sorted them into their different genres and categories here. There's a total of 65 here, and I'm not going to bother with eBay. I think this is going to be a great listing for Facebook Marketplace. So 65 CDs, I'm going to put them on there for 30 bucks and see if we get any bites on that. And if somebody offers me 25 on these, I'll take it. Now these were, again, gifted to us from a neighbor who was moving. So let's get them listed on Marketplace and see what happens. Alright guys, so next is this NASCAR 1997. It's a really long, I think it's 72-inch poster. Just got this out of my dad's building and listed it for, there were comps out there anywhere from $5 to $20. So I listed it for 10 plus shipping. And just check this snapshot right here. And that is what it looks like. And then after that, I listed this, which is a Coleman camping burner. Where are you going?
I'm recording.
Coleman camping stove and burner that also came out of my dad's garage. I actually remember using that with my dad when I was tiny. Anyway, that was made, and from Coleman, it was made in 1976. So I was only 1 year old when Dad bought it, or he could have bought it used. But either way, I just listed that for $39.99, sold as is, because I don't know if it works or not, and I don't even honestly know how to test it, and I don't want to honestly try to find the gas and do all that jazz and make it work or see if it works. So $39.99 on that,
Wow.
plus shipping.
Wow. Open it up.
Well, I've got the gas tank inside of there.
I don't know why you guys want to see that.
See, flames used to come out here and here. You fill this with gas and light it, and flames would come out there and there, and you could cook on it.
It's like an old-fashioned grill.
Yes, it's a burner.
Yeah.
Say hello to the YouTubers.
Hi.
What's on your face?
Paint.
Oh, Lord. I have a hired hand here. How much do you charge per hour?
$500.
$500 per hour. What a deal. You're hired.
Oh wait, I thought you were talking about give me.
That's what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
I give you $1.
You give me $1? Oh, to work for me? That sounds great. All right, that's cool. So McKinley's just, we had an old tote here that had a lot of dust and dirt, grime down in it. So she's just helping me out today. We're getting ready to start on the old Rainbow vacuum.
What? Rainbow vacuum. What? Rainbow vacuum.
I gotta plug it in, test it. I know the main part of it works, but we're gonna test it, hook up the heads, make sure all the electrical function stuff work on it, and then I gotta comp it because I don't know, is this thing gonna be better to part out or is it gonna be better to sell as one? As old as it is, I have my questions, but we'll look it up, won't we?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I guess so. Did you rinse that out? Yeah, just drop it down in the water and let it soak there for a few minutes.
Look how clean it is.
That looks magical. You did a great job.
So, my dad went inside, and we're working on a rainbow vacuum. Well, it's not rainbow, but it's vacuum. And my dad's inside getting water to put in there. And this, I don't know what that is. Well, I know that's a vacuum, but he got water!
You filming?
Yeah.
Please keep the camera still. Don't get the camera all crazy and wacky going everywhere, okay?
Okay.
And you gotta look where you're pointing it, like you're pointing it right here. I mean, it's got a wide angle lens on it, so you were probably picking this up. But you gotta watch where you're pointing when you're filming.
Nice brand rainbow what's the brand?
Rainbow.
Rainbow vacuum.
Alright.
It's me!
Everybody, hold your ears.
I know I am.
Hey.
Come on, you gotta be kidding me.
Gotta knock it a few times.
What do you think is wrong with it?
Well, it's just, it's not that there's something wrong with it, like, it's just old and the motor runs rough. But,
look how dirty that is.
well, that's just because I vacuumed up a bunch of dirt off the ground.
And leaves.
Leaves and twigs and stuff. Okay, so, the Rainbow, we're parting it out. This device right here, the electric broom floor, whatever, there's a broken wheel right here, okay, and the belt was broken. The belt, no big deal, but with that major part, that wheel being broken, you know, I just don't feel it's worth it to sell it as is. This tank I may still sell, but it's got that big crack in the top, and I'll check on the comps on that. But I'm parting everything else out, okay? So here, we're easily looking at $100 between these two items, this lot of ends, this hose and pipe, I don't know what you call it, and then this hose and pipe. This is the electrical one that came off the piece I showed you just a moment ago with the broken wheel, the head. I don't even know what you call that, but the motorized head. So this will go as one lot. I'm thinking I can get 20 here, 20 here. These I've seen selling for upwards of 40, so that's at 80, and maybe 20 each on these. I'm going to split those up and sell them separately. So, you know, 20, 40, 80, 120. That's what I'm hoping for, but I'm getting ready to sit down inside and take a rest with my back and do some comps in there as I'm listing. So I'll let you know what we've got. Oh, and if I haven't said, I paid $25 for that rainbow, and you could consider it maybe 22 because I had a little Calvin Klein dress thrown in with it that she was trying to get me to pay $5 for, and I was haggling with her to give it to me for $3. So I don't know. We could say 22 on the rainbow. Might even say 20 on the rainbow. But anyway, I got the dress for free when buying the rainbow at 25. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Say goodbye.
Bye. All right. I got all the vacuum parts listed. Got them parted out around, give or take, $5 or $10 on one or two maybe. Around what I was telling you guys earlier I was going to do. So, good there. And I'm about to call it a night. But I did want to show you one thing here. My fountain. And how sure I was it would sell today. Out here running at 5:30 in the evening. And here she sits. What's funny is, how's this? What's funny is, you know, I told you there was that one guy who asked a lot of questions and he seemed sincere and all of that good stuff. Well, that is what's funny, because it never fails with Marketplace. No matter how certain I am that I'm about to sell something, people back out. And on this one, the guy's wife, girlfriend, whatever, she messaged me from her account and said, hey, my husband or whatever, my husband Bob, whatever his name is, Doug or something. But anyway, my husband Doug contacted you last night about this fountain. We live in a condo, and unfortunately we have no place to put it, so we're going to have to back out. Okay. Well, okay. You know, that's fine. Yeah, I don't care. It'll sell when it sells, but it's just the trials and tribulations of Marketplace. But on a good note, you know, I did verify that everything's still running. It's over there. Pump's been kicking all day. So I can safely disassemble it now, let it start to air out and dry out, and yeah, we'll wait for the next buyer who comes along to purchase this puppy. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you. I still have to, and I apologize, but I still have to show you some of the big investment lots that I've bought that I am super excited about. But you know what's really cool is my death pile that's been sitting out here in front of me has been almost obliterated today. I don't think I have anything left that needs to be listed other than I have a stack of electronics over there, and that I can't even test and list that if I want to. I still have it, like a lot of it's DVD, VCR combos, and I have to get a TV or a monitor of some sort that can take those old AV cables and plug them all in and start testing them. That'll be a fun day. I don't know what's going on across the road, but man, they're pulling out wrecker after wrecker after wrecker. Maybe it's a Christmas parade or something. Check this out if you can see it. That guy is lit up like Santa Claus. I think that's what it is, because there's just wreckers everywhere with all their lights on. Here comes more. So yeah, how fun for the kiddos. I guess our local guys, probably our local wrecking crews, probably kind of formed together and did a little Christmas light show for the neighborhood kids, and that's pretty neat. But anyway, again, you guys have a good one. I'm going to try to get back out here real soon so we can start looking at some of these really cool items that I want to show you. So, yeah. I'll talk to you next time. See ya!
Ba-bum.